Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another cryptocurrency video. Today we've got something a little bit different. It is how I made $2,500 trading Bitcoin futures on Binance, and that represents about a 40% profit based on my portfolio, which was just as of a day or two ago, $6,753. So I'll go ahead and refresh the pages here just so you make sure and know that I haven't modified any of the numbers. This is 100% legit and transparent. However, I will say that it is not easy to do necessarily, and it does come with a relatively large amount of risk. Now, I have been playing around with trading Bitcoin futures for a while, and I mean, for those who don't know what Bitcoin futures are, you can basically trade a larger amount of what you have. So if I look at the leverage here, I can trade with, for example, 10 times the amount of money I have. So if I have $5,000, I'm actually trading with $50,000 and I'm making profit or losses on $50,000, right? I can increase that though significantly more. I can do 50 times leverage, 100 times leverage. It gets much more risky as you increase it. And I mean, anything near or over 100 is way too much risk in my opinion. I've done it before. I've done 100 times leverage and it doesn't end up well, trust me. So with that being said, I personally have found that I am comfortable trading around 50 times leverage. I will even go up to 75 to 85% leverage, but 50 times leverage seems to be a very good number. And some people even recommend going 25 times or less. So that's a matter of personal ability. How comfortable are you trading? We're going to look at the actual trades that I did. I'm going to have to do this retrospectively because I didn't record the trades live, although I will try to do that in the future, record the trade lives or even live stream when I'm trading. But I'm going to go over exactly kind of my mindset and how I was able to predict the move lower for Bitcoin. Now, as you probably know, right, the halving is coming up in just about 2 days here. And that's when I saw the opportunity, right? I actually posted on my Twitter that I had just unloaded some Bitcoin in hopes to buy back lower, and that I said it would be risky, but it's worth it to buy in at lower prices to increase my Bitcoin stack. Now, I did not actually end up buying back into Bitcoin. As you saw, I put all the previous money I had into USD Tether savings, so I earn some interest while I wait for the Bitcoin price to drop some more, because I think there's a fair chance that it drops lower in the next couple weeks. But I'm happy because regardless, I made a huge profit here, $2,500 as I mentioned. Go ahead and refresh that page just so you know that it's legit once again, refreshing the page here. And that in itself will allow me to be able to buy way more Bitcoin whenever I do purchase it, right? It'll probably be lower, and I'm going to really be able to get a very nice increase on my previous earnings there for Bitcoin. Now, you're going to see in just a second the trades. I'm going to go over everything. And I also wanted to mention, for those of you who are interested in opening up a Binance account, as you see here, it's just about to load. You need to put in a futures referral code to get 10% discount on your trading. And I will give you my referral code. It will help support the channel. I'll get a 10% kickback, and you will save 10% on your trading fees. So it's a win-win situation. Here is the code. I will make sure to put that in the description of this video, and also leave you a referral link to Binance if you don't already have an account. And if you do, just make sure when you're opening your futures account to use the referral code so we can both get a little kickback and discount. So, and by the way, for any of you who will do that, thank you so much for supporting the channel. This is not a sponsored video. I use Binance myself. I've never been sponsored by Binance, and in my opinion, they have by far the best futures exchange out there for Bitcoin trading. So let's take a look at the trade history. I'm not going to go through and add all of these up. You can do it yourself if you don't trust me, but you can see here the realized profit. I made that $2,500 mainly with two trades, where one was about a $1,000 profit and the other one was about $1,500. And I should also mention, I'll go back in my trade history, I didn't even trade that well. So you can look at some of the trade history here, but what you're going to see is I literally several times, let me go ahead and refresh it here, bought back in at a less good price, and I made a couple bad mistakes during these trades, and I still ended up with a very, very nice profit. Yes, it could have been more, but considering how stressful margin trading can be, I think I did a very good job nonetheless. and it's part of the game. You're not going to get the perfect buy-in price. You're not going to get the perfect exit price. That is just how it goes, unfortunately. I wish I could, but it's not that easy to get those perfect entries and exit. At the end of the day, what matters is, did you make a profit, right? And I definitely did. But I just wanted to mention, for those of you who may have wondered, right? Yes, I did have some ups and downs during these trades. As you can see here, I lost some profit. At one point, I re-entered the trade on the opposite direction. I didn't even want to do that, so I lost, I think, like $400 doing that. That was just a stupid mistake, and things like that do happen when you're trading. Nobody's perfect, but as you can see, right, if you go ahead and add all this up, you'll see that it does fully add up to that $2,500 profit that I showed you guys. But I just wanted to go through the numbers here just to really prove to you that it is fully legit, because I know that a lot of people on YouTube may not be honest about their earnings and their losses, and I've always been 100% transparent. And like I said, please keep in mind, Bitcoin futures are very, very risky to trade. It comes with a lot of ups and downs. You'll probably want to start with a smaller amount if you do it, and please make sure to trade at your own risk, right? It really is a matter of being knowledgeable enough and having the experience, and starting off a bit smaller at first, right? But like I said, I personally like to trade with 50 times leverage. That's been my sort of go-to amount. And I also wanted to show you here when I sold off my Bitcoin here just about a day or two ago, is when I sold that Bitcoin. Like I had mentioned on Twitter, I unloaded my position, as you can see here, and after that, I then waited. I saw the opportunity to short, and now we're going to look at the chart here to show you what exactly made me want to short Bitcoin and why I was so confident taking on that margin, taking on that extra risk to make a very big profit. So what had happened here is Bitcoin was obviously leading the way, moving to $10,000 ahead of the Bitcoin halving, and it's often been predicted that Bitcoin does drop in the shorter term after or at the halving. So that is looking like what's going to happen, and I had a lot of confidence in taking this short position because Bitcoin actually tested the $10,000 level 3 times, right? 3 or 4 times even. So I'm going ahead and drawing these out with the circles, but as you can see, it basically tested that $10,000 area 3 times, which is a triple top. It's known as a triple top in technical analysis trading. If you want to learn more about technical analysis trading, make sure to check out my master course, less than $20, 30-day money-back guarantee. I've talked about it many times. We've gotten great reviews, and it'll teach you everything you need to know about technical analysis. But this is what's known as a triple top. It tested the resistance level 3 times. So first off, I wasn't expecting Bitcoin to move above $10,000. If you ask why, because we were in a bigger, and we still are, in a bigger symmetrical triangle trading pattern, which means that, we are still probably going to drop lower here and continue to trade in this pattern, as I've talked about many times, until April 2021 or May 2021, where we're either going to break out higher or lower. But for now, we're still fully in this triangle, and on top of the fact that we have huge resistance at $10,000, we also have that downtrend line. So I saw it as being very unlikely that we were going to get that move higher. Now, could it still happen? Yes, but now it's even less likely now that we saw how much resistance we had at $10,000. Do I think Bitcoin will get back above $10,000? I absolutely do. But right now, right on this first reattempt, especially seeing the fact that we tested it 3 times and it failed, I basically, was confident enough to say that it just became very, very unlikely that we were actually going to see the Bitcoin price move higher, and that's why I took the short position. So as it's going to load here in just a few seconds, and by the way, for those who are interested, I was doing these trades with a 3-minute time frame. Sometimes 5 minutes, and at the most 15 to 30 minutes, but that was around the time frame that I was keeping pretty short. So as I was saying, we got that triple top, and I also had mapped out a Elliott wave pattern, so 1 through 5. I usually don't use Elliott wave trading. It's usually not 100% successful for me, but I was able to use it pretty well here on this trade. As you can see, it predicted the drop off. And we also, I'd also mapped out a symmetrical triangle pattern. So once I saw that we lost this uptrend line, I knew that we were going to fall lower. And that, in fact, the areas I targeting, that is where we were at now, because we had gotten that breakout. And like I talked about many times, we never actually came back and tested the breakout level. And so when I saw that we got the breakout and that we hadn't tested the breakout level, I knew that the price was bound to fall back at least to $9,650, which is just around where we're at now. So that explains the logic of knowing that we had huge resistance ahead, that it was very unlikely that we were going to move back above $10,000. So when we were around $9,800, $9,750, I saw a great opportunity to short it, as I knew that we were probably going to reach that 650 level, and that's exactly what happened. So if I go ahead and zoom in a bit, you'll get a better idea of also what I'm talking about, but I'm going to kind of map out the two trades that I had taken. So basically, the first level of interest was right around here, right when we broke below the downtrend line. I entered a short position and I sold somewhere on this drop, right? I can't remember exactly where, but it was something along these lines. So I got a small trade here. This is where I made about $1,000, and then the second one was a little bit afterwards. I saw when we had bounced here this morning, I knew that we had saw the weakness, that we weren't really recovering, that we didn't have any really opportunity to move higher afterwards based on the fact that we are already below the downtrend line and that the move lower has already started. So I knew that we weren't going to stay around this level, and that's why I shorted around $9,775, $9,765. And indeed, what did we get? We got a move back lower to $650. That's exactly the trade I took, and I made about $1,500 on this drop right over here. So that is just sort of a quick review of the trades. Once again, I wish I could have done these live, but it's not easy to sort of know how long the trades are going to take to actually happen. It can take, 30 minutes, it can take 2 hours, it can take 2 days for the trade to happen. So in the future, I'll try to record more live or even try to live stream some of these trades. But hopefully this was a very informative video on how I can sort of predict the price and what my kind of line of thinking was during this whole move. So with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also make sure to follow me on Twitter for live market updates. Link to that in the description of this video. And also check out my technical analysis master course, less than $20, 30-day money-back guarantee. It's the ultimate guide to technical analysis for stock trading, cryptocurrency, and forex trading. Link in the description. Also, don't forget to check out Binance if you haven't already. And if you're interested in trading Bitcoin futures, I'll leave the link to Binance, the referral link, and my referral code for the Binance futures. Make sure to use that when you create your futures account. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time.